Let's talk about books, Jody. Let's talk about you and me. Let's talk about all the weird things and the good things that we read. Let's talk about books.
Welcome back, y'all. Welcome to Adjacent Book Club. I am here with Shell Bell. We are at Record ATX, and we have some big things that we've been reading and consuming this week. But before we do, we got to go and do something really fun. We went to the Frio. I had a blast.
It was so much fun.
The weather was lovely. We got to put our feet in some water because it rained and our cars got damaged from a hailstorm, but it filled up the river and we got to put our feet in it, and I loved it.
Fun. It was a lot of fun, and I hiked Lost Maples and tried to hike Old Baldy, but it got a little slippery. I had to backtrack.
Yeah.
And it was a dainty bird and had to climb back down the hill. And it was a lot of fun. Laura McFarlane brought it and taught us.
Oh my gosh. She did a Zumba and she did a sound bath.
Oh, man. Everybody had fun. We played the fun Bobby game.
It was so fun.
Everybody was so
sweet. That place was incredible. How did you even find that place?
I just looked at branches near the Frio, and that it could accommodate a lot of people.
Oh my gosh. And you had the best camp counselors there.
We did. Oh my gosh. Pam McCullough, all the way from Wyoming.
Oh my gosh. And her really good friend, Jula.
And then we had the amazing Carrie F. Keith.
Carrie effing Keith was there.
They did a great job. It was so much fun.
I loved all the activities. Tim Stockenboyer, all your buddies.
Yeah, everybody was
really
so
sweet.
Wonderful.
It was the A&M series, so we missed out on some of our friends coming. But the people that showed, we had a blast.
Oh, we had a blast. The food was incredible.
The music
company,
was fun.
We had so much greatness. Very relaxing.
So relaxing.
Except for the hailstorm when Jody tried to save all of us.
So there was this hailstorm the first night we were all there, and I thought the windows were going to get busted in because they were single pane.
It sounded like a tornado.
It did. It sounded like a tornado. So Casey, our sister, was next to me, and I took a pillow to try to protect her, and she thought I was suffocating her. And then I said, "We've got to get Shelly. We've got to get everybody in the bathtub." And so I ran down the hall, and we're all screaming, and Shelly did not know what was going on.
I had no idea what was happening because I
didn't have her hearing aids on.
I didn't have my hearing aids in, so I had no idea there was a storm. And so everything, I was like, what? I'm, just woken up and everybody's screaming and freaking out. And then I look over at Ashley and she goes, "I'm going to make a lot of money." Because her husband works on...
He does body repairs. And it was pretty funny, but I'm glad everybody was safe and sound. And then I just really enjoyed the whole event. I am not somebody that usually does anything like that. And so I was pleasantly surprised. I love sitting on the back patio and looking at the water in the morning and talking with friends. And everybody brought incredible food. It was a lot of fellowship.
A lot of fellowship. And it was so beautiful to look out and see Jody sitting in the dry Frio and she was doing her doodling, and it was incredible.
I love the doodling, and I've been trying to do some watercoloring.
The most beautiful thing I thought was everybody connecting. It's
yes.
The meaningful goodbyes and the reconnection and we're all on a WhatsApp, and people are like, I don't want to leave the WhatsApp. Please keep messaging on the WhatsApp. And so it was very lovely and so sweet. And it's our annual empty nester trip that we do the last week in April. And I
got to go this year.
Yeah, and I
haven't been able to go. And they've gone to so many great places.
Yeah, we went to Costa Rica, we've been to Mexico, and now the Frio, and now Liz gets to plan the next trip.
I wonder where you're going to go.
I know.
She was such a sweetie.
Yeah, everybody, I think it was very real, minus the hail damage on everybody's cars. I think it was mostly relaxing.
Oh, it was so relaxing. Except
oh my gosh, we went to Leaky Drug the restaurant. It was so good.
We were supposed to go to a winery, but it got mixed up, and so but they were so generous and gave us like some bottles of wine.
Frio, yeah,
and that was so
Canyon
nice. So
Winery, thank you so much.
Yes,
Shout
that
out
was
to
so
them.
nice.
The wine was delicious. They had a beautiful rosé that was really dry. I loved it, and the food was fantastic. And the company was incredible. Lots of silliness.
Everybody
Brought their... Callie came all the way from Nashville. Pam and Julie came all the way from Wyoming. Just incredible adventure.
Beautiful. And it was... Unfortunately, there was hail, but if we hadn't had that storm, we wouldn't have had any water really. And right behind our
right
place.
behind. But it was incredible, and I'm glad
we were lucky to get the water.
Everybody got to see a beautiful part of Texas.
Yeah,
and so
yes, because it looks very different than you would expect Texas to look.
Yeah, it feels very much like Colorado.
And one of my favorite are cypress trees with their big roots that go into the Frio River. When you go into Garner State Park, don't forget to go into Garner State Park and hike Mount Baldy. It was a little slick, but some of us made it to the top, to the flag. And then, but hiking back down, it was kind of scary. It was very slick. The rocks were very slick. I had to climb down on my bottom a couple of times.
Yeah, I slid down on my booty.
Anyway, and I was like telling Penny, I was like, I don't think I've ever been to Garner State Park. She goes, only like 3 times because we've camped it for 3 years. I was like, oh, I didn't realize that's where we were going. I'm like, sometimes I feel like
beautiful. I've never been here.
I was like, oh yeah, I've been here several times. Anyway, so what have you been consuming, Shelly?
Well, I want to say something. It's May, and the beginning of school, end of school, even though my kids are not in school, it's such an emotional time. I love it. I love all the shares, all the graduates, I
love watching TikTok and people with their baby pictures, and then they're like, now they're graduating high school or college. It's so exciting.
The people that have the foresight to do the before and afters.
I know.
It's like they did this elementary time travel thing where you walk through. It's kindergartners.
Yes,
and then you come out as seniors, and it's like I love all, and it's very emotional. I love everybody's post. I'm like,
I do too.
It's the new chapters, the new beginnings.
Yeah,
and you have a big new beginning.
Yeah, I do. So I'm going to be retiring on the 30th of May, and Shelly and Adrian are letting us do a little party over at their place, and we're including Gabe McNitt. He's retiring, and Callie Parsons is retiring, and I'm so excited. And a lot of people are moving on to new adventures, and so I'm excited. It's time. I'm ready for a new adventure. But even more importantly, Cameron is graduating med school and starting her residency at UT Southwestern. And so we're going to go and celebrate her on the 15th and 16th of May. And I'm super excited. So this is a big, big time. May is a big time in the lives of students and all of the graduates. I'm so proud of all of you. I know that it is not easy to get through school these days. Things have changed so much. But you guys are warriors.
It's a huge accomplishment.
It's a huge accomplishment.
It's a huge accomplishment, and celebrate yourselves and let others celebrate you. And but I love all the posts. Please tag us in all the posts. I do love the announcements. Send me an announcement. Our Calista is graduating from Texas State.
And she does our music for the book club.
Yeah. So Leticia's daughter.
And one of our nephews, Nolan, is graduating as well.
Nolan Kirby.
Congratulations.
Congrats.
We're so proud of you.
Oh my gosh, so much to celebrate. Joseph Henderson graduating from high school.
That's right. And oh my gosh, he's so handsome.
Our favorite Texas Diamond is graduating from Texas.
Right.
Caitlin, shout out. And
way to go, hook 'em horns.
Yeah, we would love to interview anybody that's graduating,
starting a new adventure.
We would love to do a quick interview. I think Scarlett's graduating.
I think she has one more year. I think she's a junior. Okay. But yes, I think everybody's getting close to that time.
Yeah,
so we're super excited for all of you, and we can't wait to see all your next adventures and where you go and what you're going to become.
Exactly.
I always say, well, what do I want to be when I grow up? And it always changes.
Exactly.
Even at my age, I want to figure out what I want to be when I grow up.
But keep the adventures coming, and I love it.
I love it. All right. So what did you consume?
I read a book called Autism in Heels by Jennifer Cook O'Toole, and I found it I listened to the audio, which was a little hard for me. But the story, her sharing her story is very important, for people that were not diagnosed until later in life, that are higher functioning, and misdiagnosis. She tells her story of growing up, and how she tried to navigate everything without knowing her differences. And now that she knows her differences, she's a huge advocate.
Awesome.
And, in a fancy pants, and, sits on all the presidential hearings, and very, very engaged and involved, and speaks about high functioning autism, and it was very insightful for me. I do feel like we all have differences. We're all neurodiverse. No two brains work the same way, but how this affects people emotionally. And I've always felt that when you're higher functioning on the autism, you're more aware of your differences than like Coulter.
Yeah.
Like Coulter and different about his differences, where
sometimes he says, I wish my brain can stop.
Yeah, but he doesn't care how it
affects other
people.
Yeah.
And so where somebody that is more aware sometimes is aware of their differences and how it plays out with other people. But, the big thing with people on the spectrum that are on the higher functioning side is I needed to hear that side.
Yes.
Because we get, we're on the profound side. And so, it's a little divisive, and they're getting, all the shows and everything, and everybody thinks that's what autism looks like. And
you're like, what's the big deal? You're just a little quirky.
Yeah.
But on the more profound side, it can be devastating.
And but this is devastating too. And it's like when you don't realize why you're different,
right,
and where you fit in with everything. And so, anyway, I think it's a good read. I think people should be aware of, that there's neurodiversity out there, and
the way that it presents itself in females versus males is so different, uniquely different.
Yes, so unique. And they, for the longest time, even I've said this in the past, is that girls that are on the autism spectrum usually are very profound.
Mm-hmm.
It's what we saw growing up, but now, more people are speaking out about it, and realizing that, they're on the spectrum as well. And
right.
So, and she was an only child, and both of her her dad was on the spectrum, but undiagnosed, and now she has multiple kids. They're all on the spectrum.
Wow.
And so it's like, anyway, I think it's an important story to hear, and the difference. It was good for me to hear the other side of the coin.
Yes.
So I'm glad I read it.
Wow, that's brave of you to constantly stretch yourself and try to read new things to kind of help you to get more insight into what you're living, in a different way. So
we're all different.
You're always growing. I really admire that about you. Sometimes I'm like, I'm done.
No,
you're grow anymore.
You're a lifelong learner.
Yeah.
We all are.
Kind of. Yeah. I'm tired.
What'd you read, Jody?
I read 2 books. Wow. One is called Love Mom. I've been seeing it on my feed for a while. It's by Ileana Zander, and it's about a very smart, brilliant student who is a writer in her own right, but her mom is an author a very famous author, and she dies. Not to give it away, it's right at the beginning of the book. And then it goes through a lot of twists and turns, and what you think is going to happen is not what happens. And it is really interesting about how the Mackenzie, the main character, unravels the mysteries of her mom's passing. I just thought it was a fun, easy, fast read, but it's a quick. It's not so awful that you can't take it in and just enjoy it for what it is. It's definitely a mystery, kind of a thriller. And but I think her relationship with her boyfriend, or they were like best friends, and then they fall in love, but you could tell she's in love with him the whole time and he's in love with her the whole time. It's really sweet. That part was really sweet. Then I read
Whenever Jody reads something, it makes me a little nervous.
Oh my gosh. This one was Jar of Hearts. Whoa, by Jennifer Hillier. I think you've read one of her books before.
Mhm.
Wowza Wowza and Triple Wowza. It is definitely a thriller. So right at the beginning, the main character, Angela Wong. Oh, sorry, not Angela Wong. Georgina, who they call Geo Shaw, is on trial for helping a serial killer. And it goes into how she, at the age of 16, was in a relationship with a serial killer. And it is nuts.
Did he have a jar of hearts?
He loved to eat spicy candy hearts. Those little hot and spicy hearts. I remember Harry, one time he was not supposed to eat those, and because they were doing an art project with him, and he came and he had them like all the red and this all over his mouth. But so that the jar of hearts is a symbol that the serial killer would leave on the victims.
Nice.
Anyway, it is. It's a fascinating book. It's I'm not saying it's a terrible book and that I wouldn't read it.
Jody loves criminals.
I would say it's a terrible story. Like, terrible what this person does and what they do. So I would recommend it, but I will tell you it has a lot of warnings to it because it has a lot of horrible crime, and I had to skip those parts. I had to skip the parts with the criminal parts. I don't like that part. I like more of the I know people are like, you like serial killers. No, I don't. I always am just thinking like, how would you do that? Yeah. How would your brain get you there? What happened to you? What is your damage that you would do something so horrible to other people?
Yeah.
But it really, at the end, goes through a major twist about chapter 24 on. It's like, God. Holy moly, wowza, why? Why is this happening?
Are they still together?
No.
Okay.
No.
Have you ever seen that movie that's a series where the guy is a serial killer and then he ends up marrying a serial killer and they serial kill together and...
Was it You?
Yes.
Yeah. I read the original book, and then those are stories that are spinoffs. But yeah, I was like, come on. I think the last book I read, where they were kind of covering up a crime together, the nicest couple. That's what it was called, or something. I was like, you're not that nice.
Yeah,
You're basically doing completely deceitful, awful things.
Oh my gosh, I'm the nicest couple. Isn't that the one that she was like?
Just the nicest.
She was like, "You're a liar," and she lied to him. Like,
oh my gosh, yes. I was like, "What are you talking about?
You're a liar."
But Jar of Hearts. It's a good book. It is not for the faint of heart. I mean, you have to really. I had to skip all the gory parts. I mean, it was very gory.
Yes,
like really. really bad. But I'm going to take a break from all the murdery ones, and I've already downloaded my next reading. I'm going to read Andy Cohen's the Daddy Diaries. I'm going to start with that. I'm going to start reading some of the Bravo celebrity books.
Oh, fun. That will be fun.
And just take a break as I'm entering into my final weeks of teaching. I just need some lightheartedness
levity
in my life. I need something that's not going to give me nightmares. So one thing, sometimes when I do like an audiobook, I will fall asleep with the audiobook and then it gets into my brain and I have very weird dreams.
Yes.
And I'm like, why did I do that? I cannot do that. I'll even do that with podcasts sometimes. I'm like, did this happen or did I?
Is this a dream?
Like, oh my gosh. So I have to be really careful on those things. But I'm going to take a little break from the murder mysteries. This Jar of Hearts really kind of freaked me out. I'm not going to lie. I don't know where Jennifer Tillier gets her
demented,
her crazy storylines, but wowza. I was really kind of shocked by this one. It really went to a dark place. It was extreme. So yeah, we've had so much going on. I've been looking at Shelly's calendar and it's full. She has so much going on. And I'm hoping that she'll ring me into it.
For sure. I finished Ashley's book.
Oh, yes.
But I don't want to discuss it until you read it and we can get Ashley back in.
Okay. I'll read it this week.
And I also want to just do a big shout out for our amazing producer. She also came.
Oh my gosh, Jordan.
She came in from the Carolinas and she could only spend one day with us at camp. She drove in from San Antonio, then had to drive all the way north for a wedding. And then she made it to the baseball game, the Aggie series. And she,
she is a rock star.
A rock star.
But Shelly, not only that, while she was waiting for us to get back from Garner State Park, she went and recorded a Ladies Left Field.
Yeah.
And then she edited it before she drove to Dallas the next day. I'm like, what a professional. What a complete pro.
I mean,
we could not do this show without Jordan.
Everybody, if you see Jordan, please give her a hug, give her a high five.
A lot of love. She's helping with Ladies Left Field. She's helping with this show. And we do multiple Dateable AF, Single, Ready to Mingle. I mean, she is doing all of the hard work. I'm so impressed with Jordan and what she brings to the table. I cannot gush enough about her. I could not believe her whirlwind weekend and how she was just with a smile on her face and she was dancing and laughing.
Oh my God, she's such a good dancer.
Yes.
She was the Zumba queen.
She is the Zumba queen. I was so impressed with her. Anyway, she has the best smile. She brings all the great energy. I love her so much. Anyway, we just couldn't do this without you.
No way.
We love you so
Team
much.
Jordan.
Team Jordan. And anything else coming up? We do have Leti Marquez from Las Comadres birthday coming up next week, and we're going to go celebrate her at El Alma.
That's right.
If you haven't been there,
her and Steve Pohl's birthday, same day.
Oh gosh, oh my gosh, everybody's getting older.
We're getting old. Yeah, Leticia, 62 years old.
But she looks like 40.
Oh my gosh, she looks so good.
She's in such great shape. I was looking at her at the Frio and I was like, her body is banging.
She is. Yeah, she's a hottie.
And she went and hiked the Baldy and went into the Frio and she looks so beautiful. I was like so impressed. Super trooper. So I'm super excited to celebrate her. I have so much mad love for her and her great energy. So much coming up next week. We also are meeting with a potential other new part to adding another section.
Potential 3 new podcasts.
Yeah. So if you want to start a podcast, talk to Shell Bell.
Let's do it.
Yeah, she's all in. But we're so impressed with the numbers. I cannot believe how many of you are listening. This is really taking off.
Thank you. Please follow. Please share.
And please rate us 5.
Yeah, give us 5.
And if you, we have a new sponsor this week. We are this month for the month of May, and it is our friend Pete, and
Pistol
and his family owns a cabinetry company, and so they're the Cano cabinetry. So they mainly work with entertainment centers, I believe, and so you'll have to find out more about that. We're going to find out as much as we can, but we are so thankful for his generosity every time we go to Matt's. He's so generous and always buys us like a little mark.
Love you, Pete.
So we love you, Pete, and we love seeing your smiley face. We've known him since high school.
That's right.
And all these Johnson Rams are just killing it.
I know. We're getting ready to interview another Johnson Ram.
Johnson Ram for Single Ready to Mingle.
Meow.
And you are going to want to get single with this guy. Wait, I guess it would be get connected with this guy. Yeah. So thank you all for listening, and we hope you join us on some of our adventures and look for us. And if you want to contact anyone, look in the notes of the show, and you can contact Shelly, and she will get you connected and adjacent to all of the greatness that's going on.
That's right.
I love you, Shell Bell.
I love you.
Texas.
Yeehaw.